In 2018, the world's largest brain research prize, the Brain Prize, was jointly awarded to the 4 leading Alzheimer researchers, Bart de Stolper, Michel Goedert, Haass and John Hardy. In the current absence of effective treatments and prevention of Alzheimer's disease, their basic research gives us hope that science within a decade, or perhaps even less, will be able to design drugs to hold Alzheimer's at bay. The award ceremony took place on the 9th of May in the Royal Danish Library's Black Diamond building, and the highlight of the celebrations was the personal speech and presentation of the prize by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince of Denmark.
We know that the brain and its function defines us as human beings. However, in dealing with the brain and its function, we are still within partially unexplored territory, and we have desperately few and rather ineffective treatments of brain diseases. Therefore, I'm very pleased to be able to present this year's Brain Prize to 4 of the world's leading researchers who have contributed so crucially to our understanding of Alzheimer's disease and have given insights that in the near future may lead to effective treatments.
It's all it takes is one ray of hope in your life, and then maybe we could do it right. It's all it takes is one drop of love in your heart, and maybe we could start again.
Please allow me to introduce the chairman of the selection committee, Professor Anders Björklund, who will give us the reasons for this year's awarding of the Brain Prize. And Anders will be accompanied by another member of the selection committee, Professor Philip Scheltens, who will, after Anders, he will give us a deeper, but I promise, or rather, he has promised, a brief account of the prize-winning research.
This year's prize winners have, on their own and together, made important and seminal contributions to our understanding of the molecular mechanisms and the genetic mechanisms underlying disease. And that's been tremendously important because it's given us a better insight into the causes of the disease, and it's opened up new possibilities and new ideas for therapy.
Brain Prize 2018 deals with important diseases. It has been mentioned before. It's not only Alzheimer's disease, it's neurodegenerative diseases in general. They're devastating, debilitating, an enormous amount of burden for the patient and for the caregivers. And they are incurable as well. We have no cure for any of those neurodegenerative diseases. So it's important diseases that this Brain Prize actually addresses. And the last word I would say, it was also mentioned by the singing professor, is hope. I think this Brain Prize also signifies the word hope, because in 25 years we have come to learn and understand the diseases that we're talking about a little bit, and this is the basis for developing, together with the clinician, we actually have to find better targets, better treatments, better clinical trials, and better outcome measures, and then, yes, we will have therapy for these diseases. So as a clinician, for the first time, I'm really, really very happy that a prize is dedicated to basic science research.
Denmark's new Minister of Higher Education and Science, Tommy Ahlers, also gave an enthusiastic speech encouraging young researchers to be inspired by the dedication and hard work of the prize winners.
The award implies that you will give lectures in Denmark, attend conferences, thus making the latest advances in brain science available to the Danish science community and inspire fellow researchers. You are an important role not only for your current fellow researchers, but also for young people out there who we need to be inspired. Young researchers who have this passion for research and the drive and ability to make new discoveries. And perhaps one day, these young researchers will be up here and receive the prestigious prize.
British science journalist and TV presenter Vivian Perry then invited the prize winners on stage, interviewing them about the perspectives of their research.
The prize being reported around the world actually makes people think of Alzheimer's research and want to go into it too, John.
Yes, we now know so much more than we did now. There are some things which clearly need to be done, and we need young people with the enthusiasm to do them.
Now, a lot of people out here will be sitting there thinking, well, they're all very clever, but why haven't they come up with a treatment yet?
We understand the mechanisms extremely well in the moment. And I think when I started almost 30 years ago working in this field, who would have ever thought that we have tracers available with which we can see amyloid plaque deposits in the living human brain, that we even have drugs available which can remove them. I would have never thought that. I thought this is going to be a dream which probably my great-grandchildren will probably solve.
Is that your take on it, Michel?
Yeah, I think we know a lot. And I think one has to underline that. And I would think that when a treatment becomes available, I don't know when that will be, that works, it will have come out of this type of work. I don't think it will have come out of something totally unrelated. So I think that's one thing. The second thing to say, I think, is that the fact that there is no such treatment now means that we probably need to understand more about the mechanisms of disease. Maybe we need to understand much more about the early events than we do now.
Is that your feeling?
Yeah, and it's also referred to the importance of this prize. So it's true that people and journalists get impatient about the progress, but first of all, science is a slow process. This type of problems are really very difficult. So they need time. It's not like you put some money on the table and it will get solved. So this prize illuminates that we have made a large journey and that we are on the right track.
I wanna make love to you.
Master of Ceremonies Thomas Magnussen steered the audience through the event, introducing the speakers as well as a musical performance by Danish pop singer and Professor Hanne Bohl. The celebration continued with a dinner at the renowned Hotel d'Angleterre.